What's up, my YouTube friends? It's Johnny V on the corner of Decatur and Barracks. There goes the RTA bus. Wait up. So I'm walking towards North Rampart. A lot of dogs barking. Calle del Portel. Portel? Get out the way of this guy. Oh my, that's a lot of dog barking. So we're on Decatur Street now, walking towards Canal Street, but Canal Street's way at the end where you see those buildings, or maybe that's Poitras. That's cool. So yeah, I'm walking on Decatur, the 1200 block, which is right, Esplanade Avenue is right behind me, like one block. And so there's 12 blocks until Canal Street. The addresses count down to like the 100 block would be one block from Canal Street, obviously. So I know they're not honking at me because I'm not even walking in the street. Beautiful day, 75 degrees. It's a beautiful fall afternoon. There's not a lot going on down here. It's pretty quiet. This is what, a year and a half after the pandemic started. So in March is when the shit hit the fan here anyway. Stuff started closing around March 17th. Almost 2 years ago, a year and a half. Almost a year and 3/4 ago. So yeah, things still haven't gotten $3 Miller High Life. That's a deal, yeah. That's a deal for New Orleans prices. Yeah, people, they see what they did to create outdoor seating during the pandemic. They created these outdoor, the mayor, what's her name? Latoya. Mayor Latoya loosened the laws on creating outdoor patios to, you know, help businesses get open, help businesses open up stuff. So yeah. Yep. Pause. Yep, I had to pause it for a second. I didn't want to hit the copyright BS. St. John. Cane and Table is a popular place. Remember when I used to drive Uber all the time? And Cane and Table is always a popular place. That's Coop's place. Dishwasher needed. I think pretty much everything there is good. Really. Coop's and Molly's at the market are right next door to each other. Steak, burrito, chickendilla. CHX gotta be chicken, right? So it's steak and chicken in the same one? You're mixing meat, you're mixing beef and chicken in the same. I don't know about that. I guess maybe it's or. This person sleeping in here? No. It's just a... I'm trying to be respectful and not video people right in their face, but I mean, we are outside, so there is no expectation of privacy in public setting. I mean, if I was videoing into your home or through a window, that'd be one thing. Yep, yeah, hit the pause. They don't ask for 25 cents anymore. They don't ask for 50 cents anymore. They're asking for dollars now. One time he said, "You have $5 on you?" It's like, no, I don't have $5 on me. Do you have $1 on you? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I sure do. Am I gonna give it to you? No. At least they get right to the point. They used to try to give you a sad, long story. Guess they see I'm walking with a purpose. So yeah. Oh, it smells like seafood, like a seafood boil. Bike rentals, same day return, $30. 24-hour rental, $40. Wow, that's pricey. Here's a French Quarter map. We're somewhere around here on Decatur Street, about midway point, because the midway point I think would be Jackson Square. That'd be the halfway between Esplanade and Canal Street. That'd be around the 500 block. So we're the 900 block. So yeah, maybe Jackson Square is not the halfway point, because if there's only 5 blocks until Canal, there's a good 7 blocks behind you towards Esplanade. But when you look at a map, it kind of looks like the middle. I'd say at least 40%ish, 40%. So when you get there, you'd be 80% down and 40% to go. Emergency donut vehicle. They took an ambulance and they made it into an emergency donut vehicle. Like when you have to have a donut right away, that's where you get it. Call a number and they come deliver it to you. Back when I was a kid, they used to have Al's Cremouza on TV commercials. Seafood City. Seafood City is a very pretty. Come on down in St. Bernard. 1826 North Broad. Seafood City. The guy's actually still alive. He's got to be about 85. Al's Cremouza. Used to be the king of crawfish in New Orleans when I was a kid. And he'd act like he passed out. He's on the ground. And somebody brings him a crawfish. I feel good. Like the crawfish cured him. It was a funny commercial. I'm sure you can type it up on YouTube. Type up Al's Cremouza or type up Seafood City, 1826 North Broad. 1826 North Broad. Seafood City is a very pretty. Oh, are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay, only 7 minutes, that's good. Only 7 minutes so far. Yeah, it's a beautiful day for a stroll. A lot of praline companies. Praline shop after praline shop. If you're looking for a praline, you're in the right spot. A lot of sugar. Uh-oh, hit the pause. Over there is the almost world famous Cafe Dumont. Almost world famous. This used to be Artist Alley. It needs to be built. This place used to be lined up with artists from one end here all the way to the other end. Used to be. Not so much anymore. There's Jackson Square. See if I can grab a video. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to come here. When I was a kid in middle school, we used to come here for field trips. Like, I don't know, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. We'd come here for field trips. Walk around the French Quarter, go to a museum. We'd go inside the cathedral, of course, because I went to Catholic school. So we'd go to cathedral. It's a Catholic church, obviously. And all that good stuff. Take a walk up here and see the river. I thought that was number 1. I thought that was pedicab number 1. I was like, wow, I got a video of that, but it was 17. I only saw the 1 at first. It's easy like Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Washington Artillery Park. Yep, here it is. Mississippi River, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Jack's Brewery. Right here. If you didn't hear me in my previous video, make sure you subscribe and check them all out, of course. This is a streetcar tracks and train tracks. Train tracks and streetcar. You can catch a streetcar. Well, we call it a streetcar, but way down there at the French Market's the last station, and it goes way up there to the convention center, which is the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk is a long shopping center. I don't know, maybe like a mile long, and it's just shop after shop, and it's pretty cool. You got some pretty good views of the river. They got outdoor patios, overlooking the river, kind of like this. Well, exactly like this, except this is a better look. This used to be the Moonwalk, named after Mayor Moon. Beautiful, beautiful.
My name is Nick Stone. I got the best job in the world because I just come out here and do my favorite thing. And people give me money just to be nice. Which makes me think, what a wonderful world.
Yep, beautiful, beautiful day. There's like the steamboat Natchez, I think. No, that's not the Natchez. Natchez are bigger. Yeah, I want to say Natchez, but that's not the Natchez, because I think the Natchez has a bigger paddle wheel, and the Natchez is just a bigger ship overall, bigger paddle wheeler. See if I can zoom in. River's pretty low right now. It's the time of the year. We're in November, mid-November, almost mid-November, and the river's really low. Usually comes up, you know, a good 4 or 5 feet more at least. This flood stage at Carrollton Gauge, was Carrollton Avenue, is up way up that way, uptown towards Mid-City, uptown area. And flood stage is 17 feet. But I'd say now it's probably like 2 or 3 feet, because flood stage would be a lot higher. It'd be up to the, you know, really high, really dangerous in this area. So that's when it gets to 17 feet on the Carrollton gauge is when they start opening up the spillway, which is about 20-30 miles upriver, and diverts a lot of the water into the lake, into a canal that connects to the lake. And the lake is connected to the Gulf of Mexico. It's like a shortcut to the Gulf. But the problem with that is the lake Pontchartrain is brackish water, which is a mixture between fresh water and salt water. It's brackish. When you dump fresh water from the Mississippi River, fresh water into that lake, it causes algae blooms and kills fish and stuff like that. So they try not to do that unless it's absolutely necessary, which recently it's been like every 2 to 3 years. But it used to be like every 8 to 10 years that they would have to open it. But now it seems like every year or two they're opening it. So I don't know why. I don't know what makes the world different these days. Can you explain it to me why we get that much rain? And this Mississippi River drains, I think, 60-something% of the United States. All the, 60%, I want to say, of the United States waters are drained into this Mississippi River and dumped into the Gulf of Mexico, which, of course, the Gulf of Mexico is connected to the Atlantic Ocean. The Gulf of Mexico goes on to Florida, the Key West, and then out Atlantic Ocean. So think of it, if you had a big boat, you could come from right here, Mississippi River, and go to England or go to France. You'd have to have a lot of gas though. Unless you got a big sailboat, that'd be cool. Well, let's go get this. Oh, shoot. I want to see this big ship. Pause it real quick. That's one big tanker. Pretty sure that's an oil tanker. It's got to be empty because it's not drawing a lot of water. If it was full, I think, see that ladder right there would be touching the water or in the water. There's always tugs. There's a tug pushing a barge. Right here you have some liquid coagulant. What is it coagulating? That's what I want to know. We got OBWT3, OBWT4, and we got some liquid coagulant. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know what that is. Sounds pretty chemically. That's not a word, is it? Chemically? Chemically. It sounds pretty hazardous anyway. Seen at levee handling sugar in 1895. Collotype, W.H. Parrish Publishing Company. The sugar wharfs at the port were located where Woldenberg Park and the Aquarium of the Americas stand today. The Jack's Brewery, built in 1892, is visible here to the far left. Must be around here somewhere. Huh. Woldenberg Park and the Aquarium of the Americas. That's kind of a far walk. I don't think I'll be walking that today. Thousands of bales of cotton could be loaded onto a riverboat where they're stacked high enough to block the windows of the staterooms in the Grand Salon. Huh. That's a lot of cotton. cotton plantations out here. Further upriver, obviously. I'm sure there were some down here, but maybe there's a lot more further upriver as the years going by. They just probably kept going further and further up north, up the river, where they could pick the cotton and load it onto a ship, and didn't have to worry about that bridge, because that bridge wasn't here. That bridge wasn't built until the 1960s. I want to say like 65 or 70. 1965 and 1970. Previously, the only bridge crossing the river for cars was out in my neck of the woods, out in the suburbs, which was built in like 1930-ish under the administration of Huey P. Long as governor. So it's called the Huey P. Long Bridge. And it used to be I think originally it was one lane, but the cars were so much wider back then, they made it 2 lanes, and then it was really scary because if you were driving alongside of a truck, you know, like a big truck, and you know, it's really tight, really dangerous, really nerve-wracking if you're driving and you're a young driver or not experienced driving on that bridge. So eventually, I don't know, about 10 or 15 years ago, they widened the bridge, which is a huge undertaking, and it took a couple of years, but now it's a lot better. It's not dangerous anymore, and they got a lot of room for two trucks can pass. You know, you used to be able to say 2 trucks couldn't pass each other. No truck passing truck would be prohibited, but even a car passing a truck was really tight. But now you can do it relatively easily compared to when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s. How many minutes is this? 15 minutes? Yeah, I think it's... Maybe I'll pause it and I'll walk to the aquarium. I should have brought the gimbal camera today. This wasn't a really well planned out trip. It was kind of like spur of the moment. It's Canal Place. It's on Canal Street. Sheraton and Marriott, they look like they're next door to each other, but actually Canal Street separates them. Canal Street was at one time the widest street in the United States. I don't know if it is anymore, but yeah, Sheraton and Marriott are separated by Canal Street. Sorry about a minute ago. I thought I'd pause the camera, but actually it wasn't paused. I'm gonna pause it now and walk on about a minute. Alright, here you can see the floating dock. I'm sure it's like a paddle wheel, or either the Cajun Queen or the Natchez, or one of those Cajun something or other boats. Usually it's a paddle wheeler. You can see how the floating dock goes up and down on the pylons right here. Big ship just passed. That's why there's a wake. Usually it's just pretty flat and calm, but a big ship just passed. That's what the big waves are for. It's a wake from that big ship. Alright, we're almost to the River Walk. The Aquarium of the Americas is coming up here on the right. The aquarium built in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. I want to say 89, 90. Yep, here it is. It's the Audubon Aquarium of the Americas. Beautiful aquarium if you want to go on the inside. Plan on spending 3-4 hours in there at least. It's like 30-40 bucks. It's not cheap, so get your money's worth. See everything they have to offer. There's an Amazon rainforest area. all kind of, they got a few things where you can be hands-on. I'm not so sure about nowadays with the, you know, with the corona pandemic stuff, so I'm not so sure about that. It used to be hands-on. You could pet little sharks, baby sharks, and you could pet like stingrays and stuff. And up here is going to be where Canal Street meets the river. Right up here is where Canal Street runs into the river. Canal Street at end, and oh, this is a ferry. Algiers. That's the new Canal Street ferry entrance. They moved it quite a ways. Ferry used to be up here. That used to be the ferry boarding. Huh. That's a new ferry. Huh. Ferry boarding. I'm gonna have to catch the ferry. See, I don't know if I have a couple dollars on me. I might see if I can get into the a public building, not a public building, but a private building, the casino. I don't have a mask. I don't know if they can ask for a vaccine card, or I definitely don't have a negative test on me. Not that anybody could print those offline with the press of a couple buttons. So I mean, are they going to call and verify that your negative test is actually approved? I don't think so. Or is actually legitimate, I should say. I bought a brick in the late 80s when I had a girlfriend. At the time, me and her name was on it. My name and her name's on it. And it was $50. $50 was a lot of money back then. Not a lot of money, but it's a lot more than it. You can do a lot more with it back then. Put it that way. Over here's the casino. And here's the RTA, the streetcar, Canal Street station. You can go all the way to the French Market where I just was. Alright, anyway, subscribe to my channel. Smash that thumbs up if you made it this far. It's a miracle. I don't see how you watch it this long, but if you had nothing else better to do, I'm sure you'll watch it. And smash that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see y'all next time. It's Johnny V from New Orleans. Peace out, guys.